Now on CoastTV News.
A second takeover.
They're young, and it could be on their legal record.
The city of Rehoboth Beach laying out some rules. Burn ban lifted.
Could potentially cause a problem.
Concerns that could come with the 4th of July.
Extreme drought conditions continue for many of us, easing for some with more rain on the way. I'll have the timing of that rain coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Rehoboth Beach rules for takeovers like this. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Our top story tonight is Rehoboth Beach preparing for another college takeover. You may remember this college takeover resulting in multiple arrests for underage drinking and smoking weed in public. The city says any takeover like this or large gathering needs a permit. CoastTV News anchor Brandon Ferguson is live in Rehoboth Beach. Brandon, the city says money from the permits goes straight to the police officers' pockets who are patrolling those events.
Charlie, Rehoboth says no matter the size of the event or the type of event, if you're promoting and having an event here on city property, you need a permit. Not only does the permit money go towards the police officers working that event, it also keeps businesses in the know downtown of everything that's happening here in Rehoboth Beach. We asked the city about the number associated with a large gathering. There is no number. Any large event promoted here on city property needs a permit. We spoke to some college graduates who can see the side of having a fun time here in Rehoboth, but if you do go too far, you deserve whatever consequences may come.
I don't think they should be charged because they're young, and it could be on their legal record, and they're just trying to have fun at the beach, but...
Well, it depends what the crimes were.
It was like underage drinking, public...
Yeah, I mean, but like, I feel like we've all sort of been there.
Rehoboth's communication director tells me they've actually sat down with event organizers in the past, for example, like a 5K or a walk here downtown or any of the No Kings rallies that happened at the bandstand to go over their event and walk them through the permit process. Again, any public promoted event that happens here on city grounds needs a permit, and you can go to rehobothbeach.com to fill out that permit. Live in Rehoboth Beach, Brandon Ferguson, CoastTV News.
There is an ongoing independent legal review of the May 19th takeover. The city hired an outside legal team to look into the facts of the college party as Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings' office rescinded felony warrants for the promoters. When that review is complete, that report will be reviewed by the Police Accountability Committee on September 29th. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what impact concerns you most from large unsanctioned events. Let's take a look at the updated results. So far, this is what we've got. Safety risks, far and away the big number here, 88%. Just getting a couple points here. Business issues, traffic delays, noise issues. And we do have a comment from Maria in Rehoboth Beach. She says, extensive litter, bad behavior, drug and alcohol use are my biggest issues. Come and have fun, but don't trash the place. Leave us how you found us. If you haven't voted yet, if you want to leave your own comment, you can do that at coasttv.com or use the mobile app, and we'll show you some updated results on Coast TV News at 11. Taking a live look into Rehoboth Beach right now, you can see a lot of people out there on the boardwalk as we check in with our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trihey.
Good evening, Charlie. A nice beach day. That's not necessarily a good thing. As we take a look at our latest drought monitor, we're in the red. Extreme drought continues across Sussex County, Ocean View to Georgetown, Seaford, and the midshore as well. But the good news is this area is shrinking. So areas like Salisbury down to Chincoteague, you're in severe drought. So it's a little drier, and points north as well. So some good news there. And temperatures are warm. 83 in Laurel right now, 80 in Georgetown and Millsboro. But cooler at the coast. We've got 78 Lewis, 74 Indian River Inlet, and Bethany Beach as well. And dew point temperatures are beginning to come up. They're in the mid to upper 60s. So That means we're in very muggy territory. It's that air you can wear as we go through the evening hours, and feels like temperatures pretty much mirroring the actual temperatures, feeling like low to mid 80s, so not too bad, as we're seeing southerly winds now strongest at the coast, at times gusting over 20 miles per hour, and that's what we have at IR Inlet right now, 23 miles per hour. Some cumulus clouds, some cirrus clouds, otherwise nice and quiet across Delmarva. Some storms farther to the north with a warm front. We're not worried about those this evening, but it will be warm and muggy with temperatures slowly falling through the 70s as we go through the evening hours. And once again, it's going to be a muggy evening. It gets hot and humid Friday, and then rain that could interfere with your weekend plans coming in on Saturday. More on that coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. The Chamber of Commerce in Milford is announcing its grand reopening. The Liberty Sweet Mart on Causey Avenue will reopen to the public. That's tomorrow. The official celebration, it starts at noon. The market says visitors can save 10 cents per gallon on gas for the next few days. Somerset County has lifted its burn ban in response to the recent rain. John Barnett, the president of the Somerset County Fire Chief Association, says while there has been enough moisture to lift the ban for now, there are concerns over what hazards could come with the 4th of July.
In Maryland, you're only supposed to use ground-based fireworks. However, we know that people do use aerial fireworks as well. Those are ones that are of real concern, because if one of those goes back to the ground and it isn't fully exhausted, it could potentially cause a problem.
Barnett says Somerset County is not out of the woods yet, and officials will reevaluate conditions in the next few weeks. In the meantime, fire officials are encouraging extreme caution when it comes to outdoor burning. A new federal proposal could pave the way for more mineral mining in the waters off Accomack County. The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, or BOEM, is asking for feedback from industry leaders and the public on possible seabed mining. The area under consideration is federally managed, beginning 3 miles off the eastern shore of Virginia, but some who work in the surrounding waters say they're worried about the broader impact. Officials on Chincoteague say they're aware of the proposal and plan to make their own concerns known.
We've been receiving some information on this. We continue to look into it, but we will certainly be active in following the process through and making sure that our voices are heard.
The 30-day comment period ends July 23rd. BOEM says that the feedback will guide the agency's consideration in future planning. A federal judge has ordered country singer Jimmy Allen and his company, Aiden's Dad Touring Inc., to pay nearly $2 million after finding they did not respond in an ongoing sexual assault lawsuit filed by Jane Doe 2. The order, filed on June 18th, the second Jane Doe filed her lawsuit back in 2023, in which she accused Allen of assaulting her in a Las Vegas hotel room and recording her during sex without her consent in July 2022. To Salisbury, where the Naylor Mill water main will be extended starting this Monday, June 29th. According to the city, the purpose is to extend water service and provide reliable, high-quality drinking water to the area. The project area will extend from Scenic Drive to Ed Taylor Road, with construction expected to take place Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. A crash involving a truck and 7 other cars sent multiple people to the hospital last night. The Easton Volunteer Fire Department, along with other assisting agencies, responded to the intersection of US 50 and Dover Road, the area on your screen now. The crash happened around 10:40 p.m. The fire department says several patients were taken to the University of Maryland Shore Regional Medical Center and did not specify the extent of injuries. We're just getting started. Dogs getting vaccinated, the latest opportunity to protect your pets and save some money too.
Temperature is pretty close to average today. Average high is 86, average low is 67, 84 and 62, the actual high and low. It gets hot and humid Friday, and parts of your weekend plans, you might need a plan B with rain. I'll have your full forecast coming up a little bit later on.
But first, as Dewey Beach approaches its 45th anniversary of incorporation, why people living there in the early 1980s made the push to officially become a town. We're back in 60 seconds.
From a vibrant nightlife scene to its sand and surf, the little town of Dewey Beach has a big reputation, and in today's Coastal Connections, we look at how a big decision nearly half a century ago shaped the way it looks today. 5 years after America celebrated its Independence Day bicentennial, Dewey Beach celebrated its own independence. On July 4th, 1981, the little community south of Rehoboth Beach swore in its first officials and its police force. Just days earlier, Delaware Governor Pete DuPont signed House Bill 389, making it official. Dewey Beach was incorporated as a town. Before that momentous date,
there was no town, and this was a pretty wild place.
It was very isolated. And the early part of it, like you said, you got there wasn't anything to do but just, like you said, let's go to the beach.
Basically no rules, just whatever the state rules were. So if there was an issue, they had to call the state police, and there weren't that many state police in Sussex County itself. They could have been on the other side of the county. So really just bring a little more control, a little more regulation.
Eileen Vavala had a first row seat in witnessing the effort to move Dewey Beach to incorporation. Her husband Bruce was one of the town's founding fathers. He would become its first mayor. The days before and the early times after, Dewey Beach's government ran from her back porch on New Orleans Street.
We didn't have a town hall, so a lot of times when the commissioners would meet, or they'd meet with the town attorney, they'd meet on our back porch. Phone calls would come here, so I fielded phone calls because, again, no town hall, so no place to call. I look back and I think we thought we were very grown up, very mature. We were 28 years old. You know, looking back at that age, it's like, we did that.
What they created is now one of the most popular summer destinations in the Mid-Atlantic, with the occasional shout-out from national television.
The last 10 years, I think we've really, it looks different than it used to look. There's a lot of nicer things here now. A lot of the older cottages got old and were torn down, and now we have a lot of nice homes. We have more people that they're not rental properties anymore. They're second homes or first homes for a lot of people.
It started with the goals of safety on the streets and beaches, along with having basic utilities like a sewer system. It resulted in an impactful change to the Delaware coast. So here's to 45 years of Dewey Beach incorporation. For Coastal Connections, I'm Matt Pensick.
A little warmer and a little more humid on our Thursday, with a refreshing breeze right now as we take a live look at the Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam in Ocean City. Just got some fair weather cumulus out there, but a beautiful summer evening in progress right now, and we're going to continue to see nice weather through the evening hours, staying warm and a bit muggy with light winds. Temperatures slowly falling from the 80s into the 70s. Then it gets hot and it gets muggy on Friday. I think thunderstorms hold off until tomorrow night, and it's unsettled for a lot of Saturday. Not a complete washout, but still numerous showers and storms. 84 the high in Georgetown and Salisbury today, the same for Cambridge, so pretty close to average for this time of year, and still warm west of 113 into the low to mid 80s. Even Bridgeville right now, 86, 80 in Georgetown, but cooler mid 70s from Ocean City up to Rehoboth right now. As we're looking at dew point temperatures starting to climb through the 60s, indicating very muggy conditions. Feels like temperatures pretty much mirroring the actual temperature, but those humidity levels will continue to rise with this southerly wind that is gusting up to 20 miles per hour at times. Visible satellite picture showing some cumulus clouds beginning to fade out because the sun is getting lower in the sky. We are seeing some thunderstorms from Ohio into PA along a warm front. These stay to our north tonight, but a cold front farther to the west will bring a better chance of a soaking rain, I think, as we go into Saturday with a stalled out front. This evening, temperatures slowly falling through the 70s with that sticky feel. By morning, it's going to be partly cloudy with low 70s, and then temperatures shoot up big time in the afternoon. Low 90s inland, 70s and 80s at the coast, 92 in Millsboro, 93 83 in Georgetown. Could see a stray shower in this hot and muggy air mass into tomorrow evening, but I think the better chance of more widespread showers and storms comes Friday night into Saturday morning. Some of that rain could be heavy. Here's 7:30, Selbyville, Millsboro, watch for very heavy rain, and then we'll see that on and off rain as that front settles right over the top of us, with the rain beginning to diminish as we go into the evening hours. And still some clouds by Sunday morning, still a stray shower chance, but I think we'll salvage the second half of the weekend looking good by Sunday afternoon. Storms Friday night into Saturday, I think, stay below severe limits, but we can't rule out some heavy rain, and feels like temperatures into the mid-90s as we go into Friday afternoon. An actual temperature 94 in Lewis, 91 at Bethany Beach, 85 in Ocean City. It's going to be muggy, in fact miserable, as we head into Saturday, and still pretty uncomfortable as we head into next week. And as we head into the 4th of July, we're looking at a heat wave, temperatures way above normal into the mid to upper 90s. 68 tonight, partly cloudy, mild and muggy. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, stormy Saturday with rain much of the day. 83 morning showers Sunday, and then a big warm up next week. June ends and July starts very hot into the mid to upper 90s.
From the Wawa Studios.
Queen Anne's County football had one of the best overall athletes in the Bayside Conference, and then he was gone in a flash. Rising senior wide receiver Jadarian Flash Thompson just announced he's transferring for his final high school season, and to add insult to injury, he's headed to one of QAC's rivals, Easton. By the way, I wasn't exaggerating Thompson's talent. He's got 19 Division I offers from a list of schools including Marshall, Coastal Carolina, and even the not too far away Delaware. That's what happens when you rack up over 1,200 yards and nearly 20 touchdowns as a junior. So if he was that successful, why is he moving? Well, you never really know, but from the outside looking in, it makes sense. Queen Anne's is going through some major coaching and roster changes, while Easton provides a good opportunity. The Warriors return 2 good quarterbacks, but are losing their top 3 receivers. Basically, Thompson has people to feed him the ball, and he won't have to share targets much either. Still, that's all speculation, but we'll see how it all plays out for real on DSN this fall. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
If you have a pet at home, listen to this. Humane Animal Partners is bringing low-cost pet care to Sussex County. The organization says they'll be having $20 vaccine clinics this summer for cats, for dogs. HAP says these clinics aim to make it affordable for pet owners to keep their pets up to date on essential vaccines. They had one today at the Cheer Community Center in Georgetown, with many people coming out to get their pets vaccinated, an option that makes a big difference for your pet and your wallet.
With animal charities, like seeing this, like it really kind of brings a tear to my eye because it's so needed, and my compassion for animals, and everybody here I know feels the same way. It's just so helpful.
Definitely is a bonus for the people who can't afford the cost of the rabies shot, and they're also having on-the-spot vet checks as well as flea treatment. So it helps with people who are on a tight budget.
The next clinic will be on Thursday, July 23rd at the Food Bank in Milford. HAP says pet owners must pre-register, and appointments will be offered on a first-come, first-served basis.
And as our weather heats up, remember your four-legged friends. Make sure they have plenty of water. This evening, warm and muggy, temperatures slowly falling through the 70s, but staying dry. Here's our umbrella giveaway winner today. It's Robert Pemberton from Harbison. Congratulations to him from Paul Davis and Coast TV. And here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 92 tomorrow, then storms tomorrow night, and Saturday looks like a washout. A lot of the day is going to be wet and stormy. 83 morning showers Sunday. Then it gets hot to end June and start July. I think the hottest days are Wednesday through Friday with mid to upper 90s, and then heading into the 4th holiday, maybe a little cooler, but still hot and humid, and a chance of a few isolated storms, but Charlie not looking like a washout.
Well, that's good news. Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The NBC Nightly News is up next, and we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.